Hi guys, so today we're having a look at the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas Full Coverage Eyeshadow Base. So, I've got the shade Illustrate, which is their fair shade. There is 4 shades available in this, so not quite the same extensive range as their concealer, but a wider range than most eye primers. So this is sold as a cut crease primer, and applicator wise it's a bit hard to tell because it's a very thick formula. It is actually a little brush, so you would be able to kind of sculpt out using this. However, at the same time, I think you'll end up with quite a lot of pigment transferring to your brush if you've done that too often. So I decided I kind of wanted to compare this to the concealer, because concealer is what most people use for their cut crease. In terms of the ingredients, these aren't really similar at all, just not at all. I'll link them both down below to the Revolution website where they do list ingredients and you can see how different they are. This is also different from their primer, like they're just ordinary eyeshadow base in terms of ingredients. So price wise, you get 4.5 millilitres of this for £6, and the concealer you get 3.4 millilitres for £4. So concealer is a little bit cheaper. The concealer, if you've not seen it before, where have you been living, does have a giant doe foot applicator. So out of curiosity, I done one eye with each so that we could see if there was any difference in performance, since, as I said, concealer is the kind of normal go-to. I think this is the first time I've seen something specifically advertised for doing a cut crease. So let's see how I got on. Right, so as you can see, the cut crease is all we've got left to do. So these are roughly the same shade, I would say. This is the concealer in Sea Free, and this is the cut crease canvas in Illustrate. So this is maybe a little bit pinker, but hopefully under purple shadow it won't show up much. So let's do the concealer on the right eye. And I'm just going to be using the applicators in the packet. I'm not going to do anything extra. So I'm just kind of getting it on there now, looking up so that I can get the kind of stamped cut crease shape. Cool. And then I'm just going to pat it with my finger. Well, fingers. So I kind of remove excess product with the first finger I pat with, and then kind of move over. So I think that gets a better kind of finish. So then the other side, we're going in with a cut crease canvas, which has a brush and looks far more liquidy. So this looks like it would be good if you were actually going to like manually draw your crease. Ooh, this feels way stickier. Okay. I was kind of expecting these to be like the exact same product, not gonna lie. But this has got a way more kind of silicone-y, sticky feel to it, which is interesting. Okay. So again, going in with fingers, making a total mess because there was some on my eyelashes that's now underneath my eye. Oh my god, look, I literally just gouged my makeup, wow, with my fingernails. Okay, so it's easier to do it with the hand that matches the body side. So colour wise, I'm just going to grab the Urban Decay Elements palette and Hex Remedy, which is this amazing purple here. We'll pat that on top. Totally should have tapped my brush off because I've done my foundation first. Not actually entirely sure why I went and done that. Oh well. So I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit before my camera dies. Color-wise, I almost think the concealer looks a little bit more intense. But you guys can judge that for yourself. So I'm going to go and finish up the rest of my makeup and charge my camera a little bit. Oh, timestamp, sorry, before I do that, is 10:28, so I will see you in a bit. Right, so as you saw, my camera was dying and it turns out it was the charging cable just wasn't doing very much. It's now 9:15 and I've just filmed my intro and my outro in one go. So, zooming in. So we've still got good colour on both sides. I've got a little bit of creasing on the concealer side, not gonna lie. There's a little crease in there. I'm not sure if my eye watered a bit. I felt like it watered more on the outside, but that's where I normally get fading with the, you know, yeah. I feel like the colour looks a little bit more vibrant on that cut crease side than on the concealer side, although when I initially put them on, I would have said differently. Ooh, wrong direction. So I am kind of curious to try this as just an eyeshadow base on its own, with it having that level of coverage. And also it's, I don't know, its formula is just so much more gel-like. Can you see that kind of stretch in it? I mean, if anybody's wondering about the actual level of coverage, let's do the normal, the tattoo test. I mean, like, that is some scary level coverage. I wouldn't advocate using this instead of a concealer because that kind of weird gel consistency does seem like it's something that would be blocking, you know, pore blocking, basically. It's not designed for that. Probably don't try it. But overall, I was going into this being absolutely prepared to be saying, it's a gimmick, just use your concealer, same thing, it'll be identical. But the ingredients are nowhere near identical, the results aren't identical. I do actually like the brush on this, although I do worry that I would end up with a lot of pigment inside here eventually. Although, to be fair, most of the time when I do a cut crease, it's black. So I would basically end up with a black cut crease base, which would be kind of useless. So I think as long as you're careful with that, this is going to be a very, very good product. That being said, if that is going to start being a problem, you just use a separate brush. So yeah, was prepared for this to be a gimmick. It's actually not. It actually works. I'm looking forward to trying it as just an all-over eye primer as well. I like that it's got different tones available for different people, and yeah, I think this is actually pretty awesome. So if you've got any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back to you. And I hope you guys have had an awesome weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.